Welcome to the Raw Quiz Show, where there is no educational value whatsoever. I am your host, Ryan Ashley Wall, and joining me tonight is Rachel Wall.
Hello.
Jack Cornwall.
Yep.
Tim Robbins.
Yep.
Gail Dyer.
Hello.
And Greg Hunchkins.
There he is.
Tonight, as usual, we have 20 questions. It is a deathmatch battle to the death. No continuation of this episode. There's no previous one to watch, and there will not be a sequel. So it is just a standalone deathmatch. Our first question tonight is a science question for 10 normal points. What is the most mined mineral in the state of Utah?
Jack.
Jack, what do you have?
Copper.
Copper is correct. Gosh, that was fast.
Hey, that's your dog's name.
It is my dog's name.
All right. Well, and another thing that can occasionally happen is if somebody is just blitzing through or I just don't like the look of their face in the moment, I can disable them where they are not able to answer the next question, which
It happens a lot.
it's tempting. Our next question is a history question for 10 sword points. In 1978, what Chinese leader began to open China to trade with the broader world?
Tim.
Tim, what you got?
Deng Xiaoping.
That is correct. And
Dang.
So close, I had it too.
that's 10 sword points, and your only valid target is Rachel, so
It's all right, Tim.
Dang.
that's another thing. There's no situation where Jack is not happy to see Rachel lose.
Lifelong frenemies, huh?
Yes.
Exactly.
Always.
Okay. Our next question is a culture question for 10 bow points. What is considered to be the first 3D feature film?
Gail.
Gail, what do you
Toy
have?
Story?
Nope.
Jack.
Jack, what do you have?
Oh, I don't think that's right. The Power of Love?
The Power of Love is correct, actually.
Okay, it said 1920, and I was like, there's no way.
Yeah.
Toy Story's the first 3D animation. Close
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
probably should have worded that to be like, 3D as in presentation, not as in.
Oh, I think it was
Animation.
worded perfectly
Yeah.
fine because I got it right.
So
Jack.
can I share this interesting photo real quick?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Oh, you've disabled screen sharing. Never mind.
Yeah, that's because
say
Ryan
there's this-
doesn't like me to share stuff
Yeah.
on my screen.
There's a really nifty 1920s black and white photograph that Wikipedia has up of a bunch of men and women in suits in the theater, all wearing 3D glasses. You can kind of see it here.
Oh, let's see.
Oh.
Oh, wait, yeah. On the Wikipedia, I can see it.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
It's
That is
crazy.
really neat.
The people used to dress up to go to the theater. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Trying to pack this out of my phone.
Greg's thumbs are not that fast.
What?
See, I even have a handicap.
So Rachel used to play this on her phone.
Yeah, and
with
she
her-
would keep the clicks on, and she
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
it was intimidating
It was
to hear how fast.
it was definitely
I've
an intimidation
upgraded.
tactic.
Upgraded to an iPad. I'm not fancy like you laptoppers and desktoppers, but it's an upgrade.
You'd
Well,
be
I've got a
surprised.
really loud mechanical keyboard right below the microphone. You'll probably hear it.
Yeah. Oh, a mechanical
Okay, we have
keyboard's
doggies too, so we all hear them as well.
Yeah, mechanical keyboards have great feedback though, so that's neat. Oh wow, that was faster than expected. But our next question is a random category question, our first for the night for 10 normal points. We're gonna do a scavenger hunt.
They want to put the dog down.
The way this works is the first person to bring the object I'm looking for in view of the camera will get the points. And here's what we're looking for. The kind of paper product used to wipe lips and areas around the mouth.
Fighting over it.
I can't
I can't tell.
I
I can't
can't
tell
either.
who has more of it. No, that's a jack-o'-lantern, Rachel.
This is gonna take some
See,
parsing
he's
here.
not even in the camera.
It looks as though Tim has it and Gail is over top of Tim.
Yeah, she's trying to take it from me.
I'm gonna give it to
Too
Tim.
late.
Ah,
Yes.
Ah.
you don't
They
even
had
know
it
what's
immediately, Rachel. You got up and they already had it.
Hey,
No, there's a tissue box on my desk.
So yeah, I'm gonna give that to Tim. Those were 10 normal points. So. All right, our next question is a culture question for 10 normal points. The Michelangelo sculpture Pieta depicts Mary holding the crucified body of Christ. Pieta is an Italian word for what?
Jack,
Jack, what do you have?
pity or compassion?
That is correct.
I say like I'm speed reading Wikipedia. It's not.
It wasn't actually the bold part of the question when it came up.
Speed reading Wikipedia is pretty much what this show is.
And
But-
being able to like truncate the searches from the super long question Ryan asked.
Yeah.
There-
Okay, so I got a question for this, just to clarify the rules.
Yeah.
So I might have an Amazon Echo, no product placement intended. Can we like just ask her the questions real fast?
no.
Oh, okay.
No.
No
I've
robot.
actually thought about
if
that.
so, who would get it near you?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean it's my Echo.
Yeah, that's the other thing though.
It's
If-
mine.
Well, we're at my house. She just
Yeah.
visited.
But if you say it and somebody isn't wearing headphones, it could activate theirs.
Oh, yeah.
So, I have a funny typo with this one. I typed holding the crucified body of Chris.
Oh no.
Chris.
It's supposed to be Christ, but
I would say I've seen the statue.
yes. Yeah, that's considered one of the greatest sculptures.
I was
of all
waiting
time.
for it to be where is it located? Do
yeah.
that.
Yeah, but what's it mean is a little more fun, I think.
True.
All right, our next question is
Sorry,
a
the
history.
dogs are being evicted.
Evicted.
Evicted. They got to show up in court.
Yep.
Mhm.
All right, our next question is a history question for 10 sword points. Henry VIII is infamous for his 6 wives and how he had 2 of them killed. Who were those 2 wives?
I'm not gonna get this, but Gail
Jack.
totally watched a Broadway musical about this like a month ago.
Jack.
Rachel?
I heard Jack first.
No
Anne-
way.
Anne
I literally
Boleyn and
said my
Catherine
whole
Howard.
name. I literally said my whole name and then Jack said Jack.
Jack said his
Wrong.
name before
Promise
Tim
you.
even started talking.
I'm like, it's true. I did. I'm like, oh, I know this.
Yes, way. Anne Boleyn and Catherine Howard.
So
I'm
Jack,
just
those
kidding.
are
Yeah.
10 sword points. Are you hitting Gail or me?
So there's a rock musical play
Yeah.
called Six about Henry VIII's wives and how they all died.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. So I've been
That's-
told it's fantastic.
It
I haven't
sounds
seen
like
it, she has.
That's definitely the way that I went to go look it up, was looking at the stuff from 6. I'm like, there.
that
I'll
sounds
have a
like
t-shirt.
The Bachelor meets the Hunger Games, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ryan, I'm gonna have to knock you down a little bit.
I thought that might happen.
That's just so Rachel can hit you now.
Oh yeah, and Tim, Gail, I'm on the scoreboard for a reason. If you guys fail to get an answer correctly, I get the points.
Oh, I wondered how you got points.
Yeah, it's rare, but it happens.
Okay.
It's rare.
One day in the future, there will be an episode with nothing but incredibly obnoxiously hard questions where I'm just meant to sweep for the fun of it.
Mhm.
All right.
I've been waiting for that one.
I've been holding it in my back pocket. It'll come one
Yeah,
day.
the one with me, Omar, and Byron staring at the screen. Like,
He was also going the route of the musical. I'm like, I can sing all the songs, but you know.
All
Our
right,
next
it's on
question.
now. I gotta take you down.
It's on.
Our next question is a science question for 10 bow points. This is a famous category of question here on the Raw Quiz Show. It is our moon question. How many of the tallest tree in the world does it take to reach the moon?
Jack.
Jack, what do you have?
3.3 3,318,421 ish.
Yes. Actually,
Nice.
that is
Close.
correct.
I was literally so close. I was doing the math this time. I was there. I was reading it as
She
Jack
had it
said
too.
that.
See, that's what I had too, Gail.
Literally, look.
gotta turn it-
3,319.
So Jack, before I ask you who's getting hit by these points, why don't you explain why you were able to get it so fast?
Oh, that's because I have a cheat sheet card that gives me that I've written down feet to the moon, inches to the moon, miles to the moon, radius of the moon, kilometers to the moon, and all sorts of different things in between, because this is a question that happens every single time we play this game. And if you have to look up the distance to the moon every time, it takes forever.
All right.
Did I hit anybody for those?
Oh no, you didn't. You did not.
What is it?
Bow points.
Oh, I'm gonna hit you again.
That's all right.
Now you're at the bottom. Now Rachel can just work her way up.
All right. So our next question is another random category question. It is for 10 normal points. We're going to play The Price is Right. And the way the Price is Right works is this is a hands up, no Google thing. I have found a product on Amazon that I'm going to describe to you guys and then show you guys, and you have to guess how much this item goes for on Amazon. It's Price is Right rules. So if the thing is $50 and somebody says $30 and the other person says $29, 30 wins. If somebody says $70, they're over and they lose. So if somebody were to say 51, they lose.
Yeah.
So it's the closest without going over, and you're perfectly free to block people in.
Yeah.
So
and it's to the full dollar, no like cents or anything.
yeah, it's just no rounding. It's just the dollar value. Cents are not a factor here. And I will write down your answers as you give them. We will go in reverse scoreboard order. So Rachel will have first pick, but here's what we're talking about tonight. We are going to be talking about
Oh,
Oh my
Mocha's
god.
terrified of him.
this.
How big is that thing?
It's a very important question.
That is a very important question. I will give you the measurement, and I will also give you what this is exactly, because this is a 49-inch pre-lit Bumble Christmas outdoor decoration, multiple lights. So you can see inside of it. It's not one bulb, it's many bulbs. 49 inches high. It's a outdoor decoration. So Rachel, you have first guess. How much do you think this retails for?
I'm gonna say you said 49 inches.
Yes.
Well, everything is really expensive right now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say like 120.
120. All right. Tim, how much do you think it retails for?
What character is that again?
The Abominable Snowman, or Bumble, as he is called by Yukon Cornelius.
Yeah, from the original Rudolph movie.
Yes.
I'm going to say $55.
$55. All right. So Jack, you're next on the scoreboard.
Thanks. Knock it off.
I'm gonna go 121.
All right, Gail.
I'm going to say 57.
I love the aggressive blocking going on here. And I will say it paid off because the correct retail value for this yard decoration is $207.
Wow.
So
Would not have gone that high.
no,
I was thinking like
I thought it
149
was
max. 149 max was like my thought process.
yeah.
That is ridiculously overpriced.
Okay, I can
It
totally
really
get,
is.
like an inflatable, like 8-foot, like robot
Yeah.
for less than that.
Yeah, and let me tell you
Right.
this. Let me tell you this. That's on sale.
How
It's
much is it when it's not on sale?
Wow.
like it's not a like modern day popular character, you know, it's from
Yeah.
an 80s movie.
Right.
And it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
wireframe with
Mhm.
some lights on it. Like
Yeah, it's like, where would you store that after you spent $200 on it?
yeah.
At least an inflatable one I can put in a box. Like that thing's got to have a 5-foot space for it to live here.
Right, exactly.
See, now I want to start drinking in the middle of this. Thanks, like, that's depressing.
Look, let me tell you, like, there's been more than one occasion with the prices where everybody's been way under.
Yeah.
Like, I want to check the Amazon analytics on that. Like, how many people actually pay for that?
Right?
Gosh.
Dang.
I'll send the Amazon listing after the show.
I want to check it. Like,
Me too.
who's paying for that?
Yeah, it's a wild one. All right. Our next question, back-to-back random category questions for 10 sword points. We are going to play Pictionary.
Oh,
How do we do this one? Wait.
oh, he's going to share his screen and draw horribly.
Oh. So we have to guess what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yes.
All
Right.
You don't have to call your name for this one, though, Gail. You can just
No.
call it out.
You can just say
Can you guess
whatever.
more than once?
Yeah.
Yes.
It just
Okay.
keeps going until it's found out. All right. So
The Red Sea.
The Abominable
Mm.
Snowman.
Baby
Toucan.
shark.
Adrian.
Indiana
Comet.
Jones. Thought bubble.
Comment bubble. Not a comment bubble.
Anti-free speech. Just kidding.
Rachel's
Silence.
thought process during this game.
Mushroom. No mushrooms.
Silence was good.
Silence. Oh, counting sheep.
Thought,
No,
my
but
thought
you're on-
process during the game
Dreams.
was funny.
Not talking sheep.
Not talking sheep.
Oh my
Talking
goodness.
'cause
Baa
you're
baa black
asleep.
sheep.
Yeah, it's
You
Silence,
guys are
silence.
on-
Silence of the
Silence.
Lambs. Silence.
Yes,
of the Lambs.
Oh, good job.
Who said that
job.
first?
Me.
Tim? Was that
They
Tim?
both said it. High
They
five.
both-
Yeah.
Silence lambs.
I still said it first.
Okay.
Tim.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, that'll work. That's fun.
Okay, we got
You gotta do
I'll
shoot.
four.
You gotta do shoot.
rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay.
All right, all right. All right, shoot. That's like a whole full second after.
You can have it.
Just for the audacity of it, I'm gonna give it to Tim.
Okay.
You go 1, 2, 3, then you reveal.
So
Not 1, 2, 3, reveal.
It's been a long day.
he's gotta see what you did first.
Yeah. That way he can win twice in a row.
Okay, so
So
Tim,
was that
those are-
normal points or was
those
that
were-
what?
Those were sword points. So you can hit Gail or you can hit Rachel.
Oh, definitely Gail.
Hey,
Oh.
Gotta bring you down to my level.
All right, let's move on from the domestic violence onto a culture question for 10 bow points. All right, Devontae Graham set an NBA record for a buzzer-beating game-winning shot. How long was that shot?
Jack.
Jack,
Yeah.
what do you have?
61 feet.
61 feet is correct. Those were bow points, which is apropos. Is it me again?
course it is.
The funny part of this is like I'm Googling stuff and Gail's just watching what I Google.
He is seeing it on your search and pulling
Yeah.
it out.
Work smarter, not harder.
That's
Right.
true.
That's true. That's very,
Very
true.
smart.
I didn't hear the name, so I'm like, oh, what we're looking for. So
I don't know. I just couldn't figure out how to spell his name at first.
Yeah. Longest buzzer beater in NBA would have brought it up.
Yes, that's the thing. Sometimes I say all the time, Google is allowed, it doesn't always help.
Yeah.
You got to know what to ask, of course, and sometimes the way I phrased it is not the best way to ask it. So our next question is a science question for 10 normal points. The number pi is also known as what term, named after the Greek mathematician who discovered it? Tim, what do you have?
Archimedes constant.
Archimedes constant is correct. That was for 10 normal points.
I couldn't search it
I
correctly.
tried to discover.
Wow.
Every
you
time I
cannot
typed in
spell
pi,
anything.
I got pie recipes.
You
Like-
guys,
I tried typing discover. It came out to be dice.
you should see some of Rachel's Googles at the end of this. I have seen her get the answer on a question that looks like it's in a foreign
That
language.
literally has no real words in her search, and she gets the right answer.
You know, if I had mostly spelled it right, I would have brought up Archimedes. Ugh.
Sometimes it's whatever you ask and did you mean?
Yeah.
Yes, I did. That's when it's so bad it doesn't even help you.
Exactly.
You typed in and Google says what?
I
I
got
would
nothing.
love it if Google did that. Came up and said, "What?"
I looked at my Google search for this one. It says
Oh, I'm beating
number
you.
pi is what term mathematician?
Mathematicious.
Mathematician.
Mathematician.
That's our next boss battle.
Magician. Magic.
The mathematician. Oh my gosh.
Somebody who can do derivatives in their head, probably.
Yeah.
So that has got to be a stage name for somebody like that.
Mathematician.
If
All
not,
right.
it should be.
Yeah.
Yes. If not, we're totally using that for a boss battle.
Next time you go to Vegas, be sure to see Mathematician.
Be sure to see Mathematician.
All right. Our next question is a history question for 10 sword points. What year was India's first general election? I feel like I really slurred that up.
You
What-
did.
Tim,
Yeah.
Rachel.
I heard Tim first.
He pulls on the
Dang it.
microphone. Not
Ni-
fair.
1967.
That is not correct.
Jack.
Oh,
I had
Jack, what do you have?
1951.
I literally said Rachel right after Tim, and you went to
I
Jack.
But you have to do it again after
You
the
have to
second
do it
go.
again?
Yeah,
That was not disclosed.
fair.
she demands a
Fair.
recount.
And
I
then
mean,
what
Gail,
do you have?
heard me, right?
Then what do you have,
You
Gail?
were after me.
I will concede to Gail, but go ahead, Gail. What do you got?
1951.
There we go.
1951 is correct.
Not to Rachel.
Yeah.
She knows the rules.
No. Yes,
Because if you Google India fourth election, the first result says 1967 India.
Oh, he said first election.
I said
Yeah, it was
first.
the first election.
First.
First
First
general
election.
election.
You know though,
Okay.
I did say I really slurred that up. For some reason, it was like, "What your general
It's okay. He was winning.
first
Now I'm
election?"
catching back up. It's all good.
Yeah.
So those are 10 sword points. Gail, you can hit Tim or you can hit Rachel.
Of course, Tim. Gotta get him back.
I figured, but I gotta ask. All right. Next question, culture question. For 10 normal points. At 1.5 billion square miles, what video game provides the largest possible world?
Jack.
Jack, what do you have?
Minecraft.
Yeah, that's correct. It's one of
I
those
was
things
gonna
that
just
should've
say
known
that.
that.
I should,
Yeah. There's a lot of those, Gail, where it's like you're so used to searching for it that you probably just know.
Yeah.
What in the world? I got tricked on the streets of LA.
Yeah, that's what I was getting. Yeah, I was like, yeah,
You?
that's what I got too.
It-
Well, what was the one? Grand Theft Auto. Like that could totally be it.
Yeah.
I have abused these people so much with this type of question. I could ask them who's the first American president, and
We'd Google it.
We'd Google. So,
We have had plenty of those.
it's like, I think it's George Washington, but
Yeah.
I'm just gonna double check because it can't be that easy.
Right.
Our next question is a history question for 10 normal points. Who was the first woman to be appointed to the United States Supreme Court?
Jack.
Tim.
Rachel!
Jack, you can answer, but I'm disabling you.
Sandra Day O'Connor.
Yes. Yeah, that
I
is
should have
correct.
known that too. I was watching Parks and Rec today. Like she had the picture of her in her office.
I was thinking as this conversation was happening, I looked at this question. I was like, "Huh, this kind of fits in that category." where it's-
Exactly. Where these are things you should know, but we're all gonna Google it anyway.
The moment you read it, you go, "Duh, yeah, I knew that." So,
I
Scream
did not.
Ruth
I had to Google it.
Ginsburg. I just was gonna scream her name, but obviously that wouldn't be
You
correct.
Rachel just screamed her own name instead.
In case anyone's curious, I spelled Supreme Siprme.
Supreme.
But did Google understand it? That's the key.
Seaprim.
It did.
Yeah, there you go.
that sounds like the largest drink at a restaurant. You know, the Supreme.
The Supreme.
That's how you spell it after you've had the drink.
Yes. Well, you're supposed to
need
sip
the-
it.
Can I have the Supreme margarita?
No. It's a drink that has to be sipped. It's the Supreme.
Makes sense.
Mhm.
All right. Next question is another random category question. We
What
are
question
going.
is this?
This is 15.
Gotcha.
We're-
Still
gonna-
enough time for Ryan to die, just so everybody knows.
Fair point. Not on this one though, because we are going to play pointless debate. So
Ugh.
the way this works is I have a very pointless debate topic that doesn't really mean anything at all, and probably doesn't have very many passionate opinions about it, but we're going to debate it anyway. You guys will be divided into teams, and the losing team will lose 10 points for everybody on the team. I will judge as I see fit. So make your arguments accordingly. Each
Argument.
Arr.
Arr.
Bunch of pirates.
I promise this is just Aquafina.
Jack Sparrow
Our
coming to this.
So each combatant will have 1 minute to make their case. There will be an opening statement and a rebuttal. That luckily there's 4 of you, so this breaks down really evenly. I'm gonna pair guys against girls here. Jack and Tim versus Gail and Rachel.
We got
Ladies
this,
will
Gail.
Ladies will get to choose which of these 2 positions they are going to take. The topic is red versus blue.
Okay.
So, ladies, what would y'all rather have?
Wanna go blue?
Blue?
Yeah. We can go blue.
We'll go blue.
Ladies are blue. Gentlemen are red. So, Rachel, Gail, who wants to go first?
Sure, I'll go.
I
Don't
guess-
everybody jump
okay.
out at once.
Gail
Yeah,
technically
go.
volunteered first, so I'll give Gail first, and
Yeah.
then it'll go to the guys, and then back to Rachel for closer, and the guys will have last word here.
I just gotta
since they
say, you
didn't
couldn't pick something more interesting.
This is the challenge here, because it's not something you have very much flexibility with, but it's also broad enough to where you can interpret it as stupidly as you like. So, Gail, you have 1 minute. Let me know when you're ready.
Ready.
All right, start.
All right, so we're here today to debate red versus blue. Clearly, blue is superior. I mean, just imagine how dull would the world be if all of your oceans, just think they're all blue, the sky, the entire world around you is full of blue. From, everything you see out in the world there. I mean, who cares about sunsets? Like, they're only there for a short period of time. Like, they're not even that great. But imagine, like, even at night, when you get the nice dark sky, it's a nice midnight shade of blue. You have that there. You can get cool shirts in that color. It's just a nice, cool, soothing color where, it's not too aggressive and it will just calm you down when you are stressed. And, I couldn't even imagine what I would do without the color blue. And time.
That was impressive.
Yeah, that you made a meal out of nothing there.
Thank you, Toastmasters.
So,
It's okay. I got this.
gentlemen, who wants to go first in favor of red?
Go ahead.
Tim, give me just a second to reset the stopwatch, and ready when you are.
All right. So
Go.
in the debate of red versus blue, there is a very clear winner. And anybody who is familiar with the online community and gaming in general, they will recognize when you're talking about red versus blue,
I thought
Team
this might
Red
come
is
up.
the clear winner. They have all of the best characters. You have Sarge, who is hands down at least in the top 2 characters in the show. You have Donut. Private Donut is just an amazing individual who just adds a bunch of hilarity to the show overall. Plus, his name is Donut. Everybody loves donuts. You cannot say that some random color is better than a donut, which is on Team Red. If you go back and you watch the show, they compete back and forth. Red always comes out on top, in my opinion. So I think you should always vote for Team Red in red versus blue.
All right, and time.
All right, I am ready for my rebuttal.
I thought that might come up. It was a Hail Mary. I thought when I picked red versus blue, somebody might pick up on red versus blue. And here we are. I could not be happier that happened.
I figure that might be where you're going with that.
Well,
It's
it's broad. You can do what you want with the topic, All right, Rachel, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, go.
Okay, so first of all, in Star Trek, the red people always die, so that does not signify winning. And second of all, we're coming up on Christmas time. Elvis Presley does not say, "I'll have a red." He said, "I'll have a blue Christmas." Oh, so that alone, ignore my singing. That alone means blue is better than red. And also, we're coming up on winter as well, and it's snowy, and snow is kind of bluey. It's really white, but in all the cartoons it's blue. So yeah, that's my rebuttal for the blue versus red. And again, I just want to rehash the Star Trek thing, that red does not always equal winning.
That's you got 10 seconds left, but
And I have a personal vendetta against red for female reasons. So
time.
Wow.
I went
Wow.
there.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
That was an ADHD rebuttal.
No, those are the best. It's the fact that these undisciplined debate here. Right, Jack? Are you ready?
Sure.
Go.
All right. First, canceling out Rachel's Christmas comment. How many blue ornaments do you see on a Christmas tree? 0. It's all red. It's all green.
I actually
Second,
have a couple.
Tim's box on the scoreboard is red. So obviously it is the best color that we are playing. Red is an instructional color that is used all the time. You have stoplights. They're not going to be blue. They're going to be red. Stop signs that are red, easy to notice. And really, just to cancel out every other blue consideration you have, what color is Superman's S? It's red. Red on blue,
Blue
because
shirt.
red is superior to blue.
On a blue shirt, like Gail said.
Blue shirt.
And a red S to signify Superman on just a blue cover.
I didn't think you said S. I thought you said something else.
10 seconds.
Oh, I still got time.
little
Flash is
bit.
red. How many good guys wear red? None of them. They all wear blue, dark colors, because that's what bad guys wear.
Stop.
Guys.
Okay. Bad guys wear blue.
Sure. I mean, in DC they do anyway.
Yeah, fair. I see what you did there. It's quite brilliant.
Hey, I'm just using what's around me.
All right. It's time to make some judgments here. Okay. First off, the feminine rejection of red was a pretty brilliant late inclusion there. Also the red shirts idea, Rachel, well done.
Okay, I have to give credit to Gail for that one.
Yeah.
Anyways,
and
go ahead.
the other thing too, also in favor of Gail is the sunsets, like just smoothing that over with they're done, like they're temporary.
Temporary.
Tim gets massive credit for interpreting the question wildly differently, which good move. I like when that happens. And choosing red versus blue, I literally thought that that's a possibility, that's how somebody might take it. So kudos. Also the Superman S, it's pretty good comment in favor of
What
red.
about my Elvis? Just kidding.
And
Christmas
honestly,
is red. Christmas is not blue.
honestly, yeah, that
Rudolph
According to
knows.
Elvis, it is.
blue Christmas is supposed to be a bad thing, though.
Yes. Not a good thing about blue.
He's not happy to be having a blue Christmas.
But it's an amazing song
It is.
that Elvis gifted us with.
I don't know if he was the first or not, but he's certainly the notable one.
I mean, between the Christmas and the shoes,
Yeah.
he's got a thing for blue.
Yeah.
And Elvis is pretty cool. So
And I totally
clearly
mast the
it was
whole
better.
American flag thing. It doesn't go blue, red, white. It's red, white, and blue. Last.
Save the best for last.
Save the best for last. Good
Oh.
spin.
I also want to add something about red. Red is associated with communism, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's not the
So-
1960s anymore.
Yeah. Red's associated
Yeah,
with a
tell
lot
that
of
to Kim
things.
Jong-un.
We're not
Look,
scared of red anymore.
look. In
Tell
hindsight,
that to North Korea.
we should have known communism was a mistake. After all, there were a ton of red flags.
Oh, that's another good point. Red flags is
sorry.
not something good.
Just a red herring.
Red herring, the red scare. Okay, I have to
Danger, right away.
choose.
Oh, and Ryan, your favorite color is blue.
It is in fact blue, but I base this on how ridiculous the arguments are. And so I have to give it to the ladies here. They put up a heck of a fight.
Gail.
if only because Rachel's nuclear option there at the end was
Yeah. She
pretty
full on. Yeah, like there was nothing I could say to combat that.
That was pretty epic. That was a good one, Rachel. That was a
Thank
good
you.
And she pulled it off right at the end of her time too.
One. Mhm.
So I gotta tip it for that. All right, good job, everyone. Our next question. We're moving into the last 4 here. So science question for 10 normal points. What is the largest satellite in our solar system?
Tim,
Tim.
Jupiter's moon.
Yes, which moon is that?
Jack.
Jack, what do you have?
Ganymede?
Ganymede is correct.
Couldn't think
I
of the
have
name
never-
of the moon.
I was almost like the sun.
I was gonna say Titan because that's the one everybody knows, but that's
This-
probably why you asked this question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Titan
Well, I
is
guess are we counting
Nope.
Pluto? Although I think the moon's bigger than Pluto.
Yeah.
yeah, Ganymede is bigger than Pluto. But
Yeah.
yeah, it is the largest satellite in the solar system. By the scientific, not colloquial
The
sense
scientific
of
definition of
of a
satellite.
satellite, yeah. Not just like what we think of that gives us television. You know? So, all right, our next question is a science question again. Last one for the night for 10 bow points. When was the world's first bypass surgery?
Tim,
Tim, what do you have?
I have the first successful was the CABG surgery performed by Robert Getz. And that was in the year 19. Crap.
All right.
Jack!
Yeah.
Rachel,
Jack,
Rachel.
I love
Jack.
how he stretched that out. 1961.
Yeah, I saw
I'm just
this.
like, it was one of those like the recipes you look up online. They're just like, here's the answer. Scroll,
I
scroll,
just,
scroll, scroll.
I just
scroll,
love
scroll,
how
scroll.
Tim was like he was playing it all out, and I knew what he was doing.
Yeah, me
How
too.
slow
I
can
could tell he
talk?
was filibustering it,
He's
but I was
like,
humoring.
okay, I need to find the date as I'm reading this.
Look, I am not ignorant to the answer filibuster here, so it's pretty funny. That was
That was good.
a pretty naked attempt, but I appreciate the boldness. So, Jack, who's getting hit with those 10 bow points? And by the way, you're disabled for the next question.
How many more questions do we have?
3.
You.
I figured.
Is that an option?
So it was 1960. I feel like it's like not that long ago. Which is
Yeah.
It
crazy.
wasn't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was like, this can't be
Weird.
right. I don't have the right answer.
so
For heart bypass, I mean,
I
seems. I
Well-
guess.
we did open heart surgery one time, and that was way earlier than expected.
Yeah. I feel like a
But-
bypass requires a whole lot more than just open heart surgery.
It requires a bit of technology to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
mean, I
1961.
guess it depends on what kind of bypass. The first gastric bypass was done in 1954.
Yeah, but gastric is a bit easier because you can
Fair.
function without that system for a little bit, whereas your
Yeah.
heart, you
Where
kind
you-
of need.
Yeah.
Quick.
You separate a
Very true.
coronary artery. You might have
Yeah.
some problems after a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
A little bit.
All right. Our next question. Okay, hold on. Before we move on to the next question, I just want to say, how many failed attempts at a bypass did it take before they were like, "Oh, that's how fast we need to be"?
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
I mean,
Human.
it says the cardiac bypass was invented in 1955. So I'm sure there were quite a few that didn't work out.
Yeah, I doubt they were sitting on their hands for 6 years going, "I can't wait to test this puppy out."
Well, I mean, it goes back
Yeah.
to the whole, medicine not being an exact science. You have the practice of medicine,
Right.
there's some practice trial runs,
Yeah.
All right. And with this FDA warning on this YouTube video, our next question is a culture question for 10 normal points. The state flower of Hawaii not only has medicinal properties, but can be used in food and teas, as the flower is edible right off the plant.
Gail?
Gail.
Hibiscus?
Yes, that is correct for 10 normal
Yay,
points.
Gail.
To yellow hibiscus. I'm just messing with you.
Gotta take the
that's fair
points.
because there are multiple colors of hibiscus.
I don't know that they're meaningfully different, though.
But I mean, it's whatever.
According to the interwebs,
The interwebs.
Hawaiians have adopted the hibiscus in all colors as their official territorial flower.
Yeah, but the official list has to do one, so I guess the eeny, meeny, miny mode yellow up to the
It's
top.
true.
Money mode.
Also, as somebody who has actually eaten a hibiscus on food, the taste is not great.
They're kind of meh.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Flowers in general, just kind of move taste.
they're much better
Yeah.
in tea.
I kind of figured, like, every time they say a plant is edible, I'm like, sort of.
Aren't
mean-
all plants are edible? I mean, other than like the poisonous ones.
It just
even
depends
though-
for how long.
Yeah,
still
they're
edible.
still edible. Like,
Okay, is honeysuckle count as a plant?
Yes.
Yeah, I
But-
remember
Ate the
we
whole
had-
So do
thing?
carrots,
I
broccoli.
did.
It's-
We had a honeysuckle thing, honeysuckle, like whatever, in our backyard growing up. I remember those one day, I was just like eating them. And then I went back home and I threw up because I had ate too many of them.
Well, you're talking about
You're
getting the,
supposed to pull it
the
out
drop.
and like just get the drop.
yeah. but-
I did.
She
Oh.
wasn't talking about literally eating the honeysuckle. All
That
right.
explains a lot, Rachel.
All right. Our second to last question, our penultimate question, I should say, is a history question for 10 bow points. The Anglo-Zanzibar War of 1896 lasted for how long?
Repeat?
The Anglo-Zanzibar War of
Jack.
1896. Jack, what the heck, man?
Wait, I thought he was disabled.
I
No
spelled
offense,
Zanzibar right. It's 38 minutes.
Yeah, Jack was disabled for the
I'm gonna
hibiscus question.
Dispute that.
Oh, gotcha.
It says 38 minutes.
Yeah, 38 minutes is what I have, but I will double check real quick.
So Wikipedia says between 38 and 45. I mean,
That's not enough of a difference. I'll take it.
When I said no more than 40 minutes. So
Yeah.
between 38 and 40.
Jack, I think you're killing me, but
I mean, what kind of points are the last question?
normal.
Mm.
So
Oh, then yeah, you're dead.
I thought that might happen.
I mean, yeah, I guess if it's not sword points.
Yeah, if it would have been
Rachel
any other
have it?
attack points, I would have hit Rachel.
Yeah.
Come as close to the double kill as possible. All right. Our last question for the night, a random category question. This is a hands up, no Google situation. We are going to play something we call the elimination game. And the way this works is I have several categories, and you have to name things that belong in this category until you either can't name another one. So we go in scoreboard order. So it'll be Jack, Gail, Tim, Rachel, and it would be me, but I'm dead. So, and I'm also bad at this. So there's I'm not gonna.
He
participate.
writes the questions and he's horrible at this game.
Yes, I am. So we'll start with Jack, and the category for things you have to list is Disney films without a princess.
Toy Story.
Ooh.
Gail,
Fox and the Hound.
Tim,
I was gonna take Fox and the Hound.
You're welcome.
Pinocchio.
Rachel.
Lion King.
I'll allow it.
Toy Story 2.
Gail.
Toy Story 3.
Tim.
Do they have to be animated Disney films?
No, but you've run out of time. I'm gonna.
Wait,
I'm gonna-
let's keep going.
No.
Apple
no,
Dumpling
no.
Gang.
So, Tim is out. We're gonna move on to the next category. All right, Rachel, start us off with non-fish sea creatures.
What'd you
I did-
say?
I think she said walrus.
No, I said octopus.
Excuse me.
Good.
All
Sorry.
right, Jack,
Seal.
Gail,
Dolphin.
Rachel. I heard that in the other room, but for some reason you're not coming through on the speaker.
Yeah, we didn't hear you.
Check
That's
see if you're
weird.
muted.
I know
Now
you-
say it again. Say what you said again.
You were, I think, covering.
Yeah.
Crab.
Okay.
Crab. Yeah, okay. I heard that from the other room. I just couldn't hear it
Yeah,
through
Oh.
my speaker. So Jack,
whale.
Gail.
Platypus.
I don't
No.
think that's a sea creature.
Freshwater. That's out.
Water.
Yeah, but not a sea creature.
Not sea creature. Yeah, Gail's out.
Oh, Gail.
All right. Our last category for the night. Let's do aquatic birds. Rachel.
Hmm. I would have been good at this.
And Rachel's.
Seagull.
Okay.
What did she just say?
Seagull. Jack, go.
Penguin.
Rachel. And-
The crane, the one with the long legs.
That is correct, Jack.
A duck.
Rachel.
A mallard duck.
Technically
goose.
correct, Jack.
Goose.
Rachel.
I'm out. I got nothing.
Okay.
Swan.
The Arctic and Antarctic terns.
Boobies.
I admit,
Or the
aquatic
boobies.
birds-
Yep.
aquatic
Red-footed
birds
and
is a-
blue-footed. See? Blue-footed. They're better.
Red-footed are better.
and we lost Rachel.
Chieftain's daughter, I don't know
Rachel's
if it counts.
Rachel's pressing the wrong buttons.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Well,
she ran away.
She's gonna run into the other room.
if she tries to get back in, I'll let her in.
I got kicked out.
Try to join it back again. I'll
I
let you back in.
did. Oh, okay.
I kicked you out, Rachel.
Well, anyway, thank you guys. This
Yeah.
was a ton of fun. I really appreciate it. This has been a great episode of the Raw Quiz Show. If you would, please be sure to like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. I would really appreciate it. Thank you very much, and have a good day, night, or whenever it is you're watching.
Go Team Red.
Go Team Blue.
Blue.